This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakdash, double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to Archean pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Assad back at you with a quick lesson willing to edify into the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this lesson here, going into we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, because I'll actually play a video here from Dabu 7, and going into the Trump, sending out troops to 19 states, and to me, in my mind, it is like basically they bringing forth it, basically that being a test run, are rolling out soldiers in a similar test run of martial law, right? That is basically through the spirit what I see, right? So, and actually at that, making it known to the people, that hey, it's gonna be a normal thing soon, because hey, they come with an agenda, and they're gonna have to use the troops, and bring the place under a real order, to accomplish the enterprise. So let's bring it down.
But now I want to clear. What's up, guys? D7 back at you, and here we go. We have Trump mobilizing National Guard troops from 19 states, and they're going to use them in terms of going and making cities safer, as they put it. Now, I want to clear a few things up here in terms of what they can and can't do and what they're doing. Now, the Posse Comitatus Act basically says that you cannot use federalized police force against civilians for law enforcement. But they will use Title 32, 502F, Section 502F, to basically circumvent this. And what they're going to do is they're going to use these troops large scale, spread out across whatever cities they're sending them to, and they'll be used as like a fence line or a buffer. They're also going to be used to process people, to do all the fingerprinting, to drive these people wherever they need to go, anyone that they're capturing. They will not be used to arrest people. All right? That's what's being said right now. If we see footage and stuff that says different, then we'll address it when that happens. But as of right now, as it's being described, 19 states coughing up their boys and gals, your last line of defense, remember that, being sent into these cities. And it looks like they're targeting Chicago with some kind of massive event. They're trying to say that they've got DC, no homicides in 10 days. And of course, with all the feds running around there, National Guard troops, it is going to knock things back. So this is a double-edged sword. Of course, we need the criminals rounded up and taken out of here in terms of the rapists, the killers, all that. That's true, okay? But we do not need these forces used on everyday Americans. So if we begin to see that, then the cover's blown on what this is all really about. I will warn and preface this one more time, that if they throw us into lockdowns over a real pandemic, all of this will be used against purebloods in a heartbeat. You should remember that.
Yeah, and we mentioned it, concerning a pandemic. They're gonna use that, because basically we know for sure that time, at that great hour, temptation is coming. The devil coming down with great wrath, that time is coming, right? So this way, seeing here is basically like a prelude, As the scripture says in 2nd Ezra, a man will desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, because they're gonna be setting out, checkpoints and roadblocks and whatnot in many different areas. Hey, this time is coming, and it's coming soon, because hey, it have been spoken, and we know that the words of the Lord, it will surely come to pass, right? It's not a coincidence that we actually seen all these events taking place. Like watch, they seen massive chariots out there, so they know the time being short, right? They know the time being short, and they're about making the moves. Right? That is why the whole world pushing that vibration of digitalization and whatnot. Because why? This is basically they're making the steps to perform the enterprise. Right? Read back the 2nd Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices, because using these forces, that is what's gonna basically bring the people under subjection, via these lockdowns and whatnot. So they basically giving it a test run, in the event, as I say, the height of crime and whatnot, but eventually they're gonna bring down these men upon the civilians, right? Yeah, that time coming, where the hour of temptation, and this man he has it all planned, right? Remember the scripture, that great insurrection. 2nd Ezra 60 and 70. Right? It says, for there shall be in every place and in the cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Yeah. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right? Because that time coming, and this man hasn't forgotten Jacob in his mind. The scripture says that he does carry forth a diligent search. So he knows that the promises is for Israel and whatnot. That is why he has a plan to basically destroy our temple and destroy that connection from with us to the Most High via that MOTV, which he plans to actually, implant it upon everyone on the face of the earth. Right? And a major great way they're gonna do it is by force upon the people. And it's gonna come because the scripture, it prophesies of it. In Job 16 and 11, you see, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, but he had broken me asunder. He had also taken me by the neck, because that time they're gonna bring that collapse to the system. Right? They're gonna bring that collapse to the system. All these wars that you're seeing happening, it is actually causing a great hyperinflation, and the lack of goods storehouses, being emptied. Goods prices are goods going much higher, right? Yeah. And if that war in the Caribbean kicks off with Venezuela and the US, there's not gonna be no ships gonna be able to bring food and raw materials and whatnot, and that is gonna make the place more tough. Because that is where their objective is, to break down the system, get rid of the people's defense, the money, so that they would be caught in that net without any resolution, without any without any way out, but through the way that they deem for the people. It say, and shaken me to pieces and set me up for his mark. Right? Isaiah 65, they talk about the ones that basically gather that troop. Right? Because our iniquities, the Lord is bringing this upon the face of the earth, and there's nothing that anyone could do to stop this. Isaiah 65 and 11, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, because the Lord pronounced bringing the sword down upon the people, and how he's gonna do it. A lot of these troops is gonna take out a lot of you jakes in that time. A lot of you jakes is gonna be taken out by these troops that would be set up in that time. Let's say that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because I have called, and he did not answer; when I speak, he did not hear. But did evil in mine eyes, and did choose that which I delighted not. So this is coming upon the people. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Do it tarry, wait upon it. Right? So everything you're seeing here now is basically signs of the end times being manifest. And that is what is all it all gonna lead up as well a major prophecy. Jeremiah 30 and 7. It says, for at last that great day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, and that is what these troops are being prepping for, to bring that hell down on the place. Right? You are not gonna be able to escape, but he shall be saved out of it. I just saw that, to the spirit, and I just fire up, quickly upon it. Just short and to the point. Hopefully this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Hashem El Shai. Until the next Shalom. Double honor to the elders and the apostles. Salute to you, Akim.